If you have followed this series, you now understand identity-centric design, zero trust architecture, cloud security, DevSecOps integration, data protection, security operations, OT security, governance frameworks, threat modeling, and target state design. But here is a critical truth. Technical knowledge alone does not make you a high-impact enterprise security architect. You can know every framework. You can understand every domain. You can design excellent diagrams. But if you cannot influence, communicate, align strategy, and lead transformation, your impact remains limited. Becoming a high-impact enterprise security architect requires evolving from technical expert to strategic leader. This final lecture is about that evolution. Strategic thinking is the ability to see beyond immediate technical problems and understand enterprise-wide consequences. You must move from asking, "How do I fix this issue?" to asking, "What does this issue reveal about our architecture maturity?" Strategic architects think in terms of long-term capability development, risk appetite alignment, cross-domain integration, business impact, cost optimization, organizational transformation. For example, if a vulnerability scan reveals recurring misconfigurations in cloud workloads, a tactical response may involve patching individual systems. A strategic response asks, is our cloud governance model insufficient? Are landing zones poorly defined? Is policy enforcement inconsistent? Is DevSecOps integration weak? Strategic thinking identifies systemic patterns, not isolated defects. You must constantly elevate the discussion from symptom to structure. That shift defines architectural maturity. Influence is not authority, it is credibility combined with clarity. In large enterprises, you will interact with CISOs, risk committees, business unit leaders, cloud engineers, developers, SOC analysts, compliance officers. Each group sees security differently. You must adapt your message accordingly. When speaking to executives, focus on risk exposure, business continuity, regulatory alignment, strategic investment value. When speaking to engineers, focus on architectural patterns, integration design, automation benefits, scalability. When speaking to compliance teams, focus on framework alignment, evidence generation, audit readiness. High-impact architects translate the same initiative into different value propositions depending on audience. You must master this translation. Architecture governance boards are where strategic decisions are validated. If you want influence, you must operate confidently in these forums. Governance boards evaluate new technology proposals, architectural deviations, exception requests, roadmap adjustments, risk acceptance decisions. To be effective in governance boards, you must speak with clarity, base recommendations on risk, align proposals with enterprise principles, avoid unnecessary technical depth, remain objective. For example, if a business unit proposes bypassing encryption standards for convenience, you must articulate the risk exposure, the compliance implications, the long-term cost of deviation, possible safer alternatives. Governance boards are not confrontational spaces. They are strategic alignment forums. Your tone must be calm, rational, and evidence-based. When you consistently demonstrate balanced judgment, your credibility grows. One of the most important skills you must develop is balance. If you are overly rigid, you become a blocker. If you are overly flexible, you weaken security. High-impact architects understand trade-offs. For example, if a business unit needs rapid deployment for a market opportunity, you may propose a temporary compensating control, a phase control rollout, enhanced monitoring during transition. Instead of simply saying no, you design secure pathways forward. Security must enable innovation safely. That mindset differentiates architects from compliance enforcers. Leadership is not only about personal achievement, it is about multiplying capability. You must mentor solution architects, cloud engineers, security analysts, junior architects. Mentorship involves sharing architectural reasoning, explaining trade-offs, teaching strategic thinking, encouraging cross-domain understanding. For example, when reviewing a solution design, instead of merely pointing out flaws, explain why the architectural principle matters. Help others think structurally. The more architects in your organization who think strategically, the stronger your enterprise posture becomes. Mentorship builds architectural culture. Architectural culture builds resilience. Credibility is built over time through consistency, integrity, clarity, results. To build credibility, avoid overpromising. Base recommendations on evidence. Admit uncertainty when necessary. Deliver measurable improvements. Align with business goals. If you consistently connect security initiatives to risk reduction and business value, executives will seek your input proactively. Credibility also requires cross-domain understanding. You must understand cloud architecture, network design, identity governance, DevSecOps workflows, regulatory requirements. The broader your perspective, the stronger your influence. High-impact architects are trusted advisors, not isolated specialists. Executive presence is not about authority, it is about clarity and confidence. When presenting architectural strategy, structure your narrative, use clear visuals, focus on business outcomes. Avoid unnecessary jargon, present phase roadmaps. For example, instead of overwhelming leadership with technical complexity, present current risk posture, target maturity level, key transformation milestones, budget implications, measurable outcomes. Executives appreciate simplicity backed by depth. You must demonstrate mastery without overwhelming detail. That balance builds trust. Enterprise security architecture evolves continuously. You must stay informed about emerging threats, new regulatory requirements, cloud innovations, supply chain risks, industry best practices. But beyond technical updates, you must expand into business strategy, financial modeling, organizational change management, leadership psychology. Security architecture sits at the intersection of technology and strategy. To operate at a high level, you must understand both. Large enterprises are complex. You may encounter budget resistance, cultural pushback, competing priorities, siloed teams. High-impact architects remain calm and strategic. Instead of escalating conflict, you seek alignment, provide evidence, offer alternatives, reframe concerns in business terms. For example, if teams resist segmentation because of perceived complexity, demonstrate how segmentation reduces operational risk and improves resilience. Patience and clarity often win where authority fails. Impact is measurable. You can evaluate your influence through reduce risk exposure, improve maturity scores, successful audit outcomes, accelerated secure deployments, stronger executive engagement. If security initiatives are now part of strategic planning conversations, your influence has expanded. If architecture discussions involve you early in projects, your credibility is established. If governance boards rely on your judgment, your impact is clear. Leadership is demonstrated through alignment and trust. To summarize, a high-impact enterprise security architect thinks strategically, aligns with business objectives, communicates clearly, influences without authority, mentors others, integrates across domains, prioritizes risk intelligently, designs for resilience. You are not just protecting systems, you are shaping enterprise stability. Your architecture influences operational continuity, regulatory posture, and executive confidence. That is significant responsibility. Ask yourself, are you solving isolated problems or shaping enterprise posture? Are you influencing decisions at the strategic level? Are you mentoring others to think architecturally? Are you balancing rigor with agility? Are you communicating in business language? Your journey does not end with technical mastery. it evolves into leadership impact. Enterprise security architecture is both a discipline and a calling. If this entire series has helped you expand your thinking and move toward becoming a high impact enterprise security architect, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Like this video if you found this leadership perspective valuable. Comment below and tell me, what is your biggest challenge right now in evolving as a security architect? Share this series with your colleagues and teams so that together you can build stronger, more resilient enterprises. Your transformation from technical expert to strategic security leader starts now.